everyone, welcome back down to the dry dock. I'm Brian, your host. This is episode 8 of the USS Missouri Circuit 1991 350 scale. And another episode of TGIF Friday Night Follies. Yep, it's back. Not a lot, but based on life and things getting in the way, and it's time to kick out a video because rumor has it I'm dead. Little voices in my phone are telling me such. So if I'm dead, I want a refund because this isn't what heaven's supposed to look like. So anyway, model. Worked more on the bow. Didn't get it completely done, but made significant progress to the point where painting is now inevitable. I had to go to the hobby shop. I love going to the hobby shop. And I needed to get some supplies for work on a part. And yeah, excuse the air conditioning and the fans running. Another 90-degree day here. So I get there, and I needed some styrene rod. And I'm looking at all the different sizes, thinking, God, what's the most common sizes used? My wife looks at me and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Trying to decide which one I want." She goes, "Just buy one of each." Didn't have to ask me twice. In the basket it went. So I got that. I got some clear acrylic for windows. I bought some empty small paint bottles for mixing combination colors. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought some more sheet stock. So yeah, nice $100 trip to the hobby shop. So, that's hot here, like everywhere else. But in this crazy state, you can be 97 one day, and on Monday we're going to be 66. Go figure. We need the rain though, and it's coming on Sunday, I guess. Father's Day. Why not rain, right? So, I'm done babbling. Let's turn this thing around and show you what we got done. Okay, when we last left off, many moons ago, we were starting on the bow. And to get the bow done and ready to go so we can glue all 3 decks on the hull and then just work on the ship from there up. So, apparently I had lost some video clips that I had done showing the process of getting all this together. So, as you can see, there's hatches here. I took off the molded styrene for the anchor chain guides and added the photo etch. There's hatch covers here and vents that had to be put in. So, yeah. This is where we got up to before I was happily interrupted with another build. So, let's get back at it and press on and see what else we have to put on here before we can paint her up and get her ready to put on the deck. Okay, more stuff to add before we paint this up. I'm guessing these are called anchor. I don't know if they're cleats. The anchor chain runs down each one of these little spines here, and then you get 8 of these, which tie back to the tie back to the anchor. So they start out like that. You got to sand all the little burrs off, fold them in half, and then there's 8 of them. One goes here, one goes here, one goes here, one goes here. You can get 2 in the middle, then 1 here and 1 here. Also, there is I don't know if it's what exactly they're called. They just call them CBs on here. They're metal posts that go here, and there's four more like that look like they have little wheels on top. I don't know if it's brakes for the anchor chain. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not all familiar with every part of a ship, but these have to go on after the wooden deck is put on. I think I can put these on before the wooden deck, but I might wait and do that afterwards so I don't knock them off. But yeah, so we'll get these cleats bent and glued on, and we'll be back. All right, got those little tie downs or cleats put on. That was fun. So now that part's ready to paint, and we're going to check into this area here and see just exactly what that entails. So if nothing else needs to go on, we're going to paint this up. All right. Okay. Ran into a little bit of an issue. Apparently I lost a couple of things in the transition. I don't know how well you can see this. This here little guy. I need to make a new one of those, because I need one here and one here, and I've only got one left. So I lost one of those somewhere in the transition. The other thing is, this part here and this part here get a metal photo etch wafer on top, and I am short one of these, which is big here, and a smaller one that goes there. So the old saying is, don't throw anything away. So I got out my caliper and I measured the thickness of this little guy, the little inset that sticks down inside, and then the next stage up. So I went digging through my stash, and I went into the Arizona kit, and I found I saved the cutoff barrels. This is perfect for the fatter part of the of that piece, and then part of the antenna for the Arizona was perfect for the narrow one, the bottom part that goes down into the hole. So that works. And I have some sheet styrene that I can punch out to make the top. So I have a plan. Now this little punch set, this is also from the Arizona kit. This photo etch is thinner than the other photo etch I have. And this punch set, I matched up the right punch with the sizes from other parts of the ship, and I punched out the metal tops, the photo etch that I need. So now all I have to do is just prime those up, paint those, and those will fit on here and on here. So, lesson learned. A, don't lose parts, and B, if you do lose parts, you too can build it. So, that's what we're working on now. We get that done, we'll show you what they look like. Okay, seeing I lost one of these, I'm in the process of making a new one. And I was trying to figure out how I could sand this thing so that it was uniform and perfectly round, and try to get that top to match up. So what I wound up doing is I glued in the first section here. I stuck it in the chuck of my handy dandy Tamiya drill, and just to make it round, just throw along there. Then I take my micrometer and a caliper, test that against that, compare them, and then to get the surface, it's got a little bit of an angle to it, so you just kind of sand it like that until you get the desired thickness along the edge and the rounding on top. And hopefully, by the time I'm done with this process, I will have an exact replica of that. We'll see. We'll be back. Okay, there they are. Easy to tell the original from the remake, because when I clipped that off, I got a little bit carried away and clipped it a little further than I wanted to, but it's still enough to go in there and glue in good, so that's all hidden anyway. But yeah, turned out nice. So we'll put them on the deck and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, there you have it. Which one's the remake and which one's the original? Can you tell? I ain't gonna tell you. That's all that matters, right? So I have primed everything, so it's ready for the actual colors. This gets that XF66 and XF50 mix for here. This gets a darker gray XF63. I do not have that, but it's a German gray, and I have a Vallejo color that's very, very close compared to what you see on their computer screen. Now, granted, computer screens aren't exactly perfect, but it's pretty dang close. The only issue I'm going to have is, well, call it an issue, the anchor chain's black. So it's going to kind of hide the anchor chain because of the dark gray, but whatever. Not a big deal. So, from here back, gets wooden deck. So, I have to spray all this, the sky gray, for the parts that stick up through. And then put the wooden deck on. I'll have to spray this and then mask this off and spray this. That'll be fun masking this thing off. I should have painted this thing before I glued it on there, but with all this other stuff going in there, yeah, I could try hand painting it, I guess. But anyway, we'll decide that later. So, seeing this video's getting long, we're going to cut it off here, and we'll start on the painting and the wooden deck for the next episode. Alright. So, there you go. Told you it wasn't much, but making that little, I don't know what you even call those things, that took me, well, I tried doing it with the barrel from the Arizona, and that just wasn't working, and I didn't have the right styrene rod, so that's what sent me to the shop. So it took me a little while to figure out what I needed and the sizes, and it was a couple day project just to get that little thing done. Jokes, come on, I can hear them, my ears are burning. So anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I hope to speed this process up a little bit. Once I get that deck painted, then it's going to be gluing everything on the hull. So that in itself will be a little bit of a challenge. So that might be an episode all on its own. So you all be safe. We are mask free and everything's back to normal here. As a matter of fact, it was kind of nice just to be able to go out and not have to put a mask on. So, if you're hot, jump in the pool, get in the lake, make sure your air conditioning is working, and we will see you on the next episode. Take care, everyone.